Listen, I don't know who lied to you, but this life, it was never supposed to be easy. If it feels heavy right now, good. If it feels like you're carrying more than everyone else, good. That's how you know you're not living on the surface. Because surface people don't feel this. They float, they drift, they make excuses and call it peace. But you feel pressure. You feel time ticking. You feel potential screaming. You feel something inside you saying, move now. That's not stress, that's urgency. That's your future calling you out for staying still too long. See, most people wait for a sign, wait for confidence, wait for the perfect moment. But perfect moments don't exist. They're invented by people who move before they feel ready. And you already know this. That's why standing still makes you restless, why comfort feels suffocating, why normal doesn't sit right with you. You weren't built to blend in. You weren't built to coast. You weren't built to live a quiet life wondering what if. You were built for impact. And impact requires friction. That's why nothing came easy. That's why shortcuts never worked. That's why every time you thought you caught a break, something pulled the rug out from under you. Not to punish you, to prepare you. Because the level you're aiming for, it crushes untrained people. It exposes weak habits. It exposes fragile mindsets. It exposes anyone who hasn't learned how to stand alone. And that's why the process stripped you. Took away your safety nets, your excuses, your need for reassurance, until all you had left was will. Raw, unpolished, uncomfortable, but unbreakable. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly tested? Not annoyed, not inconvenienced, tested. The kind where quitting made sense, where nobody would blame you, where walking away would have been easier than staying. Yeah, that moment. You didn't quit then, and you won't quit now, because something changed after that. You stopped asking, why is this happening to me? And started asking, how do I win anyway? That's when you crossed the line. That's when you stopped being ordinary. Because ordinary people look for fairness. Winners look for leverage. They don't cry about the rules, they learn how to bend them. They don't wait for motivation, they build momentum. They don't need applause, they need results. And results don't care about your feelings. They only respond to action. Consistent, focused, relentless action. You don't need more hype. You don't need another quote. You need execution. And execution isn't pretty. It's waking up tired and moving anyway. It's showing up when nobody's watching. It's doing the boring work with violent consistency. Day after day, no drama, no announcements, just progress. And that's where you're different. You can endure monotony. You can suffer quietly. You can stay locked in when others lose interest. That's a rare trait. That's a weapon. Most people need excitement to stay committed. You don't. You need a target. And once you lock onto it, you don't stop. You adapt. You recalibrate. You keep pressure on the process, even when it fights back. Especially when it fights back. Because resistance means you're pushing against something real. Let them doubt you. Let them misunderstand your silence, your distance, your intensity. You're not isolating, you're prioritizing. You're not cold, you're focused. You're not obsessed, you're aligned. Aligned with a future that demands discipline. And discipline is freedom. Freedom from distraction, freedom from weakness, freedom from other people's expectations. You don't need to explain your grind to anyone who isn't willing to bleed for theirs. And make no mistake, this path will cost you. It'll cost you sleep, comfort, certain relationships. It'll cost you the old version of yourself. But what you gain? Control, confidence, command. You gain the ability to walk into chaos and not flinch, because you've already been through worse. You faced doubt when nobody believed in you. You faced failure with no safety net. You faced silence when you needed support, and you survived. That alone puts you ahead. So stop acting like you're fragile. You're not. You're trained. Trained by adversity, hardened by pressure, sharpened by setbacks. Every hit you took taught you something. Every loss refined you. Every disappointment forced you to level up. And now you're dangerous. Not loud, not reckless. Dangerous because you're consistent. Because you don't need validation to move. You don't need permission to execute. You don't announce your plans. You build in silence. And silence makes people nervous because they don't know what you're doing. They don't know how far along you are. They don't know when you're going to break through. And uncertainty scares people, especially those who rely on predictability to feel safe. But you thrive in uncertainty. You move forward without guarantees. You commit without reassurance. You bet on yourself when the odds aren't clear. That's courage, not the loud kind, the disciplined kind, the kind that keeps going when motivation fades. And let me be clear about something. You don't need to feel confident to act confident. You don't need to feel strong to move strong.
Action creates confidence, not the other way around. So stop waiting to feel ready. Ready is a lie. People tell themselves to delay discomfort. You don't need ready. You need now. Now is uncomfortable. Now is imperfect. Now is all you've got. And now is enough. You don't build momentum by thinking. You build it by moving. One decision, one action, one rep at a time. Stack enough of those, and suddenly you're not chasing the future. You're creating it. People will ask what changed. Nothing changed. You just stopped negotiating with yourself. You stopped lowering standards on bad days. Stop making excuses when it got hard. Stop letting emotions dictate effort. You decided that regardless of mood, the work gets done.